Hi, I'm Mitch from Infinite Robotics. In this video, we're going to run through the basics of our Cobot welding systems. So the first thing you're going to need is the Cobot itself. Unlike a traditional industrial robot, Cobots are very easy to learn how to program and use. You can just grab them and move them to where you need them to go. This makes it very simple and intuitive for welders to learn how to program. In fact, most people can pick it up in less than a day. But best thing is we provide all the hands-on support and training for them so that they're ready to run from day one. So the next thing you're going to need is a robotic welding torch. The robotic welding torch is this thing here. It's very similar to your manual welding torch, has the same type of front-end consumables like your gas nozzle, your contact tip and diffuser. We like to use water-cooled torches for our robots because we find generally that robots are welding for much longer and typically at much higher amperages. So having them water-cooled helps your torch and your consumables last a bit longer. The next thing you're going to need is your fixture or jig table to mount your parts to. We like to use these types of jig tables for Cobot systems because you can create jigs very simply and easily using off-the-shelf clamps like the ones you see here. You can either get a complete turnkey system from us like the one shown here, or you can supply your own welding bench. So the next thing you're going to need is a robotic welding power source. So we'll jump around the back and take a look at a couple that we have here. Okay, so we've jumped around the back to look at the welding power source, and this is one of the welding power sources that we use. It's a Kemppi. We also use Fronius. So the reason we choose Kemppi and Fronius is because we want something that's going to be reliable and it's going to give you a great weld every day. And that's what Kemppi and Fronius are. They're the two best welding power sources in the world. So on this one, we see a Kemppi. This is the Kemppi AX. This is a 500 amp power source with a water cooler, and it's built off the Kemppi X5 FastMig with the AX module on top that allows it to communicate with the robot. So as you can see, unlike your manual welding systems, there's no display on the front and there's no wire feeder with a display. That's because on the AX, all of your welding parameters are set on the Kemppi app. So you can do that on your phone or through the tablet Teach Pendant. So other than the power source itself, you have the Kemppi robotic wire feeder. So the robotic wire feeder is not too dissimilar from your manual wire feeders. It's still got the 4 drive roll system with the tension knobs, and you just change the drive rolls and the liner depending on the type of wire that you're using. And then depending on your layout, you could either have your 15 kilo spool holder or a 250 kilo drum. So up next, we'll go and have a look at one of our Fronius systems so you can see the difference between the two. Okay, we've jumped over to one of the other systems that we're building in our shop at the moment that's got a Fronius power source on it. This is the Fronius TPSi 500. It's also a 500 amp water-cooled system, and it also looks very similar to your manual Fronius welding systems. On this one, you set all of your welding parameters and welding schedules on the front display as job numbers, just as like you normally would with your manual welding. Wire feeder is pretty much the same as your manual wire feeder. You've got your drive rolls in here, and of course you just change your drive rolls and liners depending on the type of wire that you're using. Okay, so that's everything that you'll need to get started with one of our collaborative welding systems. If you'd like more information or you'd like to organize a demo, please let us know. We're always happy to help. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching and happy welding.